Am I the asshole for leaving my husband at the restaurant and going home? My husband, Justin, started spending a lot of time inside the bathroom after we moved into our new home. We're talking 45 minutes for just peeing 4 to 5 times a day. It's so irritating, but since he uses the guest bathroom, this only annoyed me when I'm waiting for him to eat or go out or do anything together, or even when we have guests over. Days ago, he took me out for dinner after he got off work. We went to the restaurant, sat at the table, and looked at the menu. Once the waitress came and took our orders, Justin started looking around, saying he needed to go to the restroom. I felt something was wrong and kept worrying about him, wanting to use the restroom and staying there for a long time. So, before he went, I gently reminded him that we were at a restaurant, therefore he shouldn't take too long inside the restroom. He made a face and told me to knock it off because he'd be back in a minute.
Where's the phone?
10 minutes passed and I felt annoyed. Another 8 or so passed and he was still in there. I literally started calling his phone and texting him to get out when our order arrived. I was getting fed up and the food was getting cold, so I entered the men's restroom looking embarrassed as hell and coming behind each door asking if he was in there.
And you hear her coming too. For sure.
Yeah. Tilly replied that he'd be out in a few seconds. I went back to the table and started eating after over 5 minutes of waiting. 10 plus 8 plus 5.
Plus the time she
20,
went in.
23, 25 minutes, give or
Yeah.
take. I called his phone one last time after I was finished, but he hung up on me. I was very, very upset. I just asked the waitress to split the bill, paid, left a tip, and walked out. I got home by Uber. I can't drive because of my medical condition. And nearly 20 minutes later, Justin got home looking upset, asking what the heck I just did. He asked why I left him there and went home all of a sudden. I told him he was taking too much time in the restroom and had me wait for nearly 40 minutes while dinner was cold and I was starving. He pitched a fit and gave a lecture about how selfish I was to abandon him there, even though I called and he hung up. But he said his battery died. He said he thought our meal was going to take time, so he went to use the restroom and I should have waited for him a little longer after I notified him about the meal. But I was too selfish. I snapped and said this will, in fact, be the last time we go out for dinner if he's going to act like that. This was irritating, not just for me, but the public as well. Imagine keeping the restroom busy for 40 minutes where customers need it. Thank goodness the place wasn't packed. I told him that, and he gave me the nastiest look I've ever seen and said I was at fault for leaving and ruining our dinner together. He said he was only upset that I paid for my dinner, even though he was the one who invited me out. Should I have just waited?
Hell no.
Hell no.
She had the best response ever.
She handled
She
it
tried.
like a fucking
She went
champ.
in the damn men's room. She was in there.
What
else can you do?
I'd like to know what the minutes are on this guy's phone, who he's texting, who he's calling, what's going on, who's his attention focused on. Because let me tell you, I don't care how old you are, it doesn't take you that long to pee.
No, and even if you have some horrible medical condition.
I don't know when. I mean,
That's
Morgan's great at the computer. She can go look up what diseases are there. Keep a guy urinating for 45. They don't exist.
No, there's definitely, there's a lot of condition. A lot of people are incontinent. A lot of people don't have great control over their bladder. I mean, there's so many. There's an unlimited amount of medical conditions that could cause this.
For 45 minutes? All the time?
I mean, he could have to go every couple of minutes.
And she's
so
not going to know
there.
what's really going on?
Well, that's the thing is you would.
You would.
There's
There's something else going on here.
So she gives an edit to say that he doesn't have a medical condition.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would have mentioned it.
Right.
And yes, he takes his phone with him every time. I also forgot to mention our ages. I'm 28 and he's 32. We've been married for over a year. I think someone's got a little bit of a porn addiction.
He's fucking around. Oh. This is just unacceptable.
And that's like the privacy of your own home, too.
Oh, yeah,
like,
for sure.
When you go to a restaurant, it's already awkward pooping in public restaurants, typically for most people. Like, I just create a lot of noise with the toilet paper. So I don't have an issue.
I cut the guy that's has 10,000 pictures of
Oh,
his,
no.
of his girlfriend.
I'm not
I
cutting him
cut him
slack.
all the slack in the world. This guy, we're hanging by the nuts.
No, there's something weird for sure.
Yeah,
You are lady, you are not the asshole.
not the asshole at all. Like, I think leaving him was honestly generous. Like,
I think leaving him, period.
yeah. Yeah, you've only been married for a year. Honestly, this is really weird. It's just dicey. The fact that she doesn't know, too, and this has been going on, like 4 to 5 times a day, he goes into the bathroom for 45 minutes, which means he's in the bathroom for 4 to 5 hours a day.
What?
He does this. He goes into the bathroom for 45 minutes at a time, typically, she said. We're talking 45 minutes for just peeing, 4 to 5 times a day. So
Okay.
he is in the bathroom for 4 hours a day, and he does it when guests come over.
Okay. Even if he's talking to someone else, you're not going to take that long.
No.
Even if he has a porn addiction,
This is a porn
are
addiction.
you really going to take that long?
Yeah,
though?
I
you're
don't know
addicted.
I don't know if it's a porn addiction as much as it might be somebody else also. That he really
That much time a day?
I
though?
don't think.
You know, when I was young, I mean, and I was into somebody, and I was out of the other relationship or not quite there yet, and I would disappear. I mean, I know that I would be somewhere else, texting back and
Probably
forth.
got hemorrhoids. Sitting on the toilet that long, your legs would for sure be numb.
I would look for any excuse in the world
Like,
to
come
get
on.
away from where I was to go talk to that person.
Yeah, I don't know how this poor girl has not gone more nuts.
This is ringing bells on the behaviors I did back in when I was 30,
when you were a shithead.
when I was a shithead.
You just sit in the bathroom for 6
I know,
hours.
it didn't mean I was in the bathroom.
I know, but
I mean,
that's
I would
what
go
makes this so different.
I would go anywhere I could. If it was the bathroom was the answer, I'd be in the bathroom.
But even if you were cheating or trying to be like, typically when you're cheating, you're more discreet about it. Like, she's obviously caught on at this point.
Right.
And why go out when you like take your wife out to dinner, you're trying to have a nice time, talk to that person in the bathroom for 45 minutes when you get home. Why do it at a restaurant?
Unless he's just simply going in the bathroom to do exactly what you said, porn and jerking
No.
off.
Or
yeah.
is he's that addicted where he literally, this is just his constant thought process. And there are people that really suffer with this out there where it's all they think about all day, every day. They're just addicted. And a lot of the comments too. Drugs, porn, cheating. Got to be one of them. So
A, B, or C, or D,
Yeah.
all the above.
so 4 options. 1, he's cheating. 2, he has some horrible medical condition, already ruled out.
Yep.
He's addicted to something on his phone, gambling, games, porn, or he's doing drugs. Either way, it's wild that he's trying to spin this onto her being the problem.
Of course he is, though.
40 minutes on the toilet is ridiculous. I can't wait for the update when she lets us know what terrible thing he's doing and that she's leaving him.
She should put a camera in the bathroom.
Honestly, it's quite the invasion of privacy.
I'm sorry. Her marriage stems on this.
Yeah. But if you can't have your partner open up to you about this, and he's
Put a
not going to
camera.
be honest,